All right, so let's look at the media aspect of this program as far as putting in pictures and videos and things like that. So I want to start out, first of all, using what is called the screen clipping tool. And this is a tool that basically takes any part of your screen and allows you to make a photograph out of it. All right, so I'll start out with the first one here. If I go over to, let's say, to my insert here, okay, and I go and click onto the screen clipping, what it does is it kind of gets rid of the program, turns the screen white, and then whatever was behind it, you can go ahead and clip part of it. So I'll start, first of all, by just taking my wallpaper image that I have here on my desktop, and we'll start over here with my little crosshair, hold on the mouse and just kind of drag it like this, see? So the area that's clear is what is going to end up being part of this photograph. So if I take that there, let go, then the program comes back and then this comes in right underneath all that you've got so far. So that's one thing. And of course it gives you a little description here at the bottom, a little caption, letting you know when it was taken and what have you. Now another way you can use it is if you've got a program maybe running in the background and what you want to do is take a snapshot of partially of the screen, maybe a menu or something like that. So again, all you have to do is make sure you got the program running in the background, which I just did. I kind of paused the video and launched into something and then resumed it here. So if I go back here to the screen clipping, all right, there's the program. And what I want to do is just kind of get maybe part of the menu or the ribbon in there for, you know, whatever reason. Maybe I'm trying to describe how to use a program or something like that, or making notes of myself. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and I'll maybe start about right here, and I'll just kind of drag it like this. Okay, and then I'll just let go, and there it goes. Now that gets thrown in there, and then I can move that around, put a different position if I wanted to. And again, you'll see on it, let me get back down the bottom here. There we go. Okay, so there it is. Well, whatever floats your boat. I kind of lost that. That should have been over here. Let's put that underneath there. Okay. So anyway, so pretty cool little tool there to work on you know, taking pieces of different screens and making the actual picture out of it. Now there's an alternative to the screen clipping tool, and that's something called the snipping tool, and that comes with the Windows program. So if you're operating Windows, you'll have this in your start button, usually in the accessories area. And what I like about it is that I can actually kind of mark up the picture that it takes. So I'll give you an idea how this works. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this for now. Okay. Now I've got the same program still kind of running in the background here, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go launch into that program, and I'm going to go ahead and click onto it right now. And what it does is it comes up with this on the screen, and then what you do is you click on to New, just like that, and then what you do is you go ahead and you figure out where you want to grab onto. So again, I'm just going to kind of start from here and kind of maybe do something like this here. All right. But then what I like about this is that I can go there and at this point, what I can do is I can actually just close this and then go back into OneNote and just hit my paste button, and that picture will go right in there as if I had copied and pasted it in there. Okay. But what I want to do before that is I want to mark this up a little bit so it goes right into the pen mode, and I've got my blue pen, so I'll just go maybe to the red pen. All right. And I can actually kind of take this and I can maybe circle that. I can maybe draw an arrow to maybe this over here for whatever reason, and that would be it. and now that is in the that's now part of the copy. All right, so I don't have to do anything. So then I can just go ahead and close this just like that, and then I'll go ahead and I'll bring back my OneNote. There it is, right? Then I can just go down towards the bottom here, and I can just do a right click and just do a paste, and it goes right in there. That's pretty cool. It's actually pretty interesting how you're able to take the image, draw on it, and that is constantly being part or updated in the memory of the computer, to where when you go to paste, that's in there. I mean, it isn't like it was originally there to begin with. So anyway, I guess I'm easily amused. I'm such a geek. All right, anyway, so there you go. So that's another thing there, and you can resize it if you wanted to and do whatever. All right, so kind of interesting. A good alternative, if anything. Okay, so now another thing you can do is we can also insert pictures. I mean, just that are either residing on your computer, they're maybe in the cloud, your cloud storage area, or even using what I call the Bing internet, as you'll see here. So to give you an idea of how we might just put a picture in, very simple thing to do. You just kind of click to where you want to put the picture, all right? And then you click on the insert, and then you'll have something here called pictures, right? So you click onto that, and you go ahead and you navigate to wherever you need to go to find your pictures. So I'll go over to my desktop here, and double click on that, and that's it. And there's the picture. Again, you can resize it, do whatever you want, move it around. There you have it. Now, I didn't do this before with the other picture, but you could just as well. You can click onto the picture like that and just type in the beach like that, and you get a little caption at the bottom there. I could have done that over here too. Click onto that one and type in the menu, whatever. All right. Now, another way we can do this is we can go over to, we can click onto a spot, let's say, and go into something called the online pictures. Okay, so we click onto that. And what happens is it gives you a special Bing window here. And one of the things you can do is you can go with some of their suggested groups here. So let's say I'm interested in some sort of a bird picture. All right, so just happen to have birds here, huh? So I click onto that. And then this shows me just a number of different pictures that are really coming from the internet through the Bing search engine here. So I got all these birds in here. I got angry birds. I got friendly birds. I got them all, right? So let's just say I want to go maybe with this one right here with these lovebirds here. So I'll click onto that, all right? Click on the insert. That's it. And eventually pops right in there for me. And again, I can click onto it. I can type in whatever I want for a caption. All right, but that's pretty cool. They're pretty colorful. What I can also do, let me just go down here a little bit and go back in there again. And instead of going with what they've given me as some suggestions, I can actually just type in something like this up here. I can go inside, well, how about something like maybe the Maui Beach, we'll put in there, all right? Enter that in, and look at that. And these, again, are all coming from again, the Bing search engine. So we got quite a few to play around with. Just keeps on going and going. And you find the picture that you want, and you go ahead. God, there's just so many good pictures here. Which one should we go with? We'll do this one here. So I'll click onto that, hit insert, and it goes in just like the other one did. Now, sometimes these things are pretty small. I can go here and I can make it a little bit bigger. And depending on the resolution of the picture, it depends on the quality that you're going to get with the bigger one. But regardless, that's how that works. Now, what's kind of interesting about all this is that all these pictures that either we created from, a screenshot, or that we maybe got from our own system, or that we got from the internet, through the Bing, all these pictures are pretty much residing just on this page. Okay, so they're contained within the page of the notebook. All right, so technically they're not in there by their file name. In other words, these are not here because of a or they're not residing there as a file, but just as just an image. Kind of like if you get an email from somebody and in the body of the email they've actually put a picture. I'm not talking about an attachment, I'm talking about the actual picture is right there in the body of the email. So there's no file that we can grab onto and maybe save to our computer, but we can make that happen. So let's just say that maybe this notebook you're sharing with other people, and other people have inserted these pictures in there regardless of how they got them. They put them in there one of the ways that we just did. And what you're interested in doing is maybe actually making a file out of one of those pictures so that you can actually use it later on to insert in other work that you do. All right. So for instance, let's just say this one right here, this bird picture. Now this one definitely did not come from a file. It came directly from the internet. So there was no file per se involved like we did for this one right here, right? So anyway, what you do is you click on the picture, you do a right click on it, and down towards the, or actually I should say kind of in the middle here, it's got something here called Save As, and you click onto that, and this comes up, and what you get is you'll see how it's going to be saved as a JPEG type file format, and it's got, whatever name was originally on it. Now you can go in there and you can give it a different name, and then pick a spot that you'd like to put it. I'll just put it on my desktop here. I'll hit save, and that's it. All right, and that's it. So later on, I'm going to just show this to you real quick here. I'll go to another page here. Okay, and let's say I want to put that picture. I'm going to put that picture here. Okay, and let's just say that forget about what we just did. I want to grab that picture now. Okay, so all I have to do is I go back into Insert, go to my Pictures, and lo and behold, there it is. Same name and everything. So I just double click it. There it is. Same, same resolution, same picture quality. Works out pretty nice. Okay, so now the next area I want to kind of get into is working with the online videos. Now this would be where you have like a YouTube video that's out there somewhere, and what you want to do is grab it and actually insert it right into one of your pages that you can use later on for reference, or maybe to play back to somebody or whatever. But maybe you came up with this through some of the research that you were doing, and this has happened to be one of them that you have here. Now, we had done earlier where we had docked the program window and we were creating links and so forth. But what we're talking about here is actually embedding the video right into the page so that you can actually play it right there and watch it from there. So how would you do something like this? Well, the area that we'd have to go to, let me just show you where it's at here, is that we would position ourselves wherever, and then we would go back here to the online video, click onto that, and this is where you would put in the address of the video. All right, so it might be kind of hard to know exactly what address you need just off the top of your head of the video, but let's just do this then. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. All right, and here I'm going to get rid of that too. All right, so what I did here is I went onto YouTube. All right, and I've got some videos out there, so I'm going to go down here, kind of click onto that, and this will show 3 of the videos. I'm just getting started with getting this all set up, but these are my 3 representative videos of the different types of work that I do. I've got regular on-site software training. I got the on-demand video, and I've also got the webinars. So the bottom line is that you find the YouTube video that you want to work with here. So let's just say I go with this one right here.
Down the train, sitting in a coffee house, or even the beach. Hey, it's Mark here for computersoftwaretraining.com.
So that's the video.
Wouldn't it be
cool
go
ahead and pause that.
if you could take...
Now down below, you'll see something here called share. All right. Now when you click onto that, what it does, it gives you the address. And what you do here is you click on a copy, just like that, and that's it. Now I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to close this up. I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to bring back the OneNote. There we are. And now I want to put that, that address into this online video thing. So we're going to go back here to online video, right? And on here, I'm just going to do a right click and I'm going to paste it in. So there it is. So that is the, I guess, the web address of the video that we've got there, right? So that's all you do. You hit OK, and there it is. All right. And then all I have to do is later on I come across it, I'll click onto it.
Hey, it's Mark here for computersoftwaretraining.com. Wouldn't it be cool if you could take your next software training class right in the comfort of your own home? Riding on the train, sitting in a coffee house, or even the beach?
All right, so
well, folks,
that's about it. So pretty cool. So you could imagine, you know, doing this on your own, where you've got a number of different pages where you got, you know, select YouTube videos that you're using for research or, you know, whatever it happens to be. You know, and YouTube is pretty much the standard out there for, you know, collecting videos and presenting them and so forth. So great resource for videos that you might be looking for your own business. Okay, now this next thing I want to talk about has to do with recording the audio and or the video, or both, of your meetings or conversations or classes or whatever you're doing. So using the microphone that's built into your computer as well as the camera, we can actually utilize those to record the meeting or whatever it happens to be. So to start out with, we'll do the audio. So let's just say you go into a meeting, you got your notebook with you because you want to keep track of some OneNote notes. You want to put some in there. And while you're keeping notes normally, what you're going to be doing also is recording the audio of that situation. So what you'll do is you'll go into Insert, and right over here you have something called Record Audio. Now the minute that you click this, it starts recording. Okay, so give you an idea here. Let's say we sit down and I tell everybody, hey, we're going to be doing this meeting, and by the way, I'm going to be recording it. That way you don't get in trouble. And then you click on to the record audio. So just do that. Now what it does, it actually puts a little icon down here, and that's basically representing the fact that we're creating this audio file. Now what we'll do is just kind of talk and talk, okay, there we go. Now, let's say we're done with the meeting. And by the way, too, you'll see up here we have a stop button and all that. So right now, we're recording. La, 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 okay? So, and this will go on, I mean, if you want to record hours of audio, it does a great job at it. So, once we've done this, now we're saying, okay, we're done with it, so we're gonna stop recording. So we click on to stop right there, and that's it. Okay, so now at a later time, what you do is just go point to this guy right here. And by the way, too, this is where you can also, put additional information if you want to. All right, and then later on when you want to play it, all you have to do is just point to it, double click it.
Do that. Now what it does, it actually puts a little icon down here.
There's the recording,
and that's basically representing the
and you can hear it's good quality sound, so not bad. and you can rewind 10 minutes. You can rewind 10 seconds if you wanted to.
What we'll do is just kind of talk.
And then when you're all done listening to
there
it,
we go.
you can just hit the stop button there, and that's it. So there's one. I think that's pretty cool. Now, the other type of thing we can do then is work with then the video recording. So what I'm going to do here is I'll pick another spot. I'll just do this one right here. Double click that. And then I'll go back into my insert. I can actually do it from the playback there, but at this point I'll just do it from scratch here. So you just go back to insert. You go over here to record video. So this is going to record the video and the audio. So you'd line up your camera. And a lot of these notebook computers these days have a camera on both sides of the screen. So it'd be very easy if you had one that had the one that was facing out from the back end of the screen. Just kind of line that up and start recording. But in any event, whatever you need to do, you do it. But here's what happens. You go back and you click on the record video. And there it goes. And see, so what you're seeing here on the screen is the video. So see, these are the people in your meeting. Hey, look at that. Ooh, okay. And then we got a little guy there and so forth. So there's your video. All right, getting recorded. They're all standing there looking like they're nothing. But in any event, though, but the audio is getting recorded as well. So when you're all done recording, then all you have to do is you click on the stop, like that. And now that is this one right here. And again, you can put whatever notes you want to put in there. And then once we've done that, later on at some later time, you just come back to here, you double click it, and there it goes. And see, so what you're seeing here on the screen is the video. All right. Anyway, I mean, think about if you're in school and you are at a lecture or a class or whatever, and you're sitting there recording it. I don't know what the laws are about that, but you know, they are what they are. But the main point here is that you can imagine having that capability. You record a class, and that way people that couldn't show up at the class for whatever reason, they can, if they're, let's say, sharing your notebook there, they can actually go to the page and they can go and play the video and watch the class right then and there. Or people who couldn't attend a meeting, you know, at your company, you've got the whole thing recorded and you got the video in there. I mean, that's good stuff there. But anyway, so, well, that's about it. So I appreciate you watching all of this. Hopefully you can use some of these tools. I think they're great. I'm just such a geek, I guess, right? But I appreciate you watching, and I look forward to watching the rest of the videos there. Take care. Okay, one last thing I want to talk about is searching. And we're going to be covering this in the next video. But I want to just kind of show you something that you need to set up if you want to search on your audio and video files. Now, this is very, very cool. Normally, what you can do is you can actually go, you know, while you're in the program, go up into the search area here and actually specify something that you're looking for, as far as maybe a word or a phrase, and find all of the areas that resides. And we'll talk about that in the next video, like I said. But what's really cool is the fact that it will also search your audio that you have in your video and your audio files for certain words that you specify. That is very cool. In order to make that happen, what you have to do is you have to kind of set your system to be able to you know, look through the audio and things like that. So what happens is this. While you're here in the playback tab here, we have something here called audio and video settings. Now, usually you don't have to go in here and do much, but when you click onto it, this little window will pop up, and this allows you to go in there and specify, you know, the format of your video, or I'm sorry, of your audio and so forth, and your video. But the main thing I want to show you here, so you really don't need to mess with that. This is the thing down here. It says enable search audio and video recordings for words. I mean, that is wild. Again, this will take a few hours to kind of set up, but once you put it in place, then it's kind of an automatic thing, and it's always constantly indexing your audio and video files for the audio. Now all you have to do is go in here and click on this little checkbox there, and then it'll kind of explain what's going on, and then you go ahead here and you click on enable audio search. So I click onto that, and that's it. And then once I've done that, I just hit OK, and it's ready to go. So actually right now, it's taking whatever audio video files I've got in the pages here, and it's indexing them right now. So again, they say that takes a few hours to do. But definitely you want to turn that feature on if you're going to be doing a lot of recording, and you want to be able to search your entire notebook for not only text items that you typed in, but also video and audio that you've spoken, so and other people spoken. So again, good little tool to have there. So appreciate you watching the video. Hopefully this is some stuff that you can use for your own businesses and so forth. So I appreciate you watching. Take care.